What's up, Zex? You know me, no Monster Hunter. I actually just I tried out Final Fantasy 15 because the multiplayer mode seemed like it was right up my alley, kind of like this. But I spent like over 2 hours trying to get it to work, and it just won't run well on my PC. It's very, very poorly optimized. So I just want to play something that fucking works right now. That's all there is to it. I thought it would be one of those games that I could just, like, brute force by having a better computer, but apparently the optimization is really bad. And I got it off a key reseller, too. I didn't get it through Steam, so I can't refund it. I'll try fighting with it again later, but I just have no patience for it right now. And combat seemed decent, not, like, great or anything, but I would have been down to give it an honest chance if it didn't run like garbage. And what's worse is that the demo ran fine. The demo ran perfect on my computer, no problems at all. But then, for whatever reason, they changed something in the full game. I guess all the patches like broke it or something. There's been a lot of people like reporting it as a faulty product, and I guess Square doesn't want to patch it for whatever reason. Which is odd, because generally PC games have infinite lifespans, so... Usually, games will get patched if they're that broken, because they can keep selling it way longer than they can on, like, a console, but I guess Square doesn't care. I've spent 20 bucks on worse things, though. I mean, I wanted to give it an honest chance, but the stuttering, the frame rate was just abysmal. There was nothing I could do about it. So do I want to go for a rank 7 gun? Probably just upgrade the one I have. No, the Final Fantasy VII Remake, I don't particularly care about because it's not on PC, and I'm just not a Final Fantasy fan at all, and honestly, after spending like 2 hours trying to get the Final Fantasy game to work, I really don't have much interest in ever trying again, but I know that the remake is made with Unreal Engine. They're not using their shitty proprietary engine anymore. So it will run better, like by default when it comes out on PC. Yeah, here it's like it's a timed exclusive, which surprises no one. How much money they're pumping into that game, it's not surprising that they would it would not be exclusive to consoles forever. So I need Lug rope, and then what's the other one I need? I think Gal cable. Yeah. Okay, so I gotta get this boring cutscene shit out of the way while I do this, because otherwise I'm just wasting time. I don't know why they thought these were a good idea. They're very boring. They could easily just be cutscenes and then just have the final one be the actual one you do. It's mostly just standing around and waiting. But the resonance meter won't raise until I do these. I've been doing a lot of these off camera. It's just mostly just standing around. It's like they're trying to listen to the complaints that nobody gives a shit about the characters or the story in this, but they don't have the budget to like actually add cutscenes. So it's just like mandatory dialogue that you sit through. Everybody's gonna be playing Iceborne. I'm gonna be the only human on the earth playing this. Monster Hunter is just not for me. I like how responsive this game is.
もうすぐ我々の港クリサンセマムに着くわ。短い間だったけれどあなたたちには感謝してる。
クソ、そろそろタイムリミットだ。みんなバラバラにされちまうのか。
Shut up.
せっかく夢に
Can't skip this.
これはペニーウォートの権利者から俺たちの返還請求が来た時だな。今更だがイルダはあえて俺たちと距離を置こうとしてくれてたんだな。うちのガキどももここに住めたらいいのにな。
Come on, why do you have so much backstory? No one cares. The only reason I'm doing this is to get the upgrades. I think they're going to be adding more next patch, so it's better I do this now and wait, otherwise I'm just going to have hours of this shit to do. The rest of this game has been good about not making you watch anything, but for whatever reason you can't skip this shit. I really don't see why this can't just be like text or a cutscene that you can skip.
クリサンセマムに着くまで本当にあっという間だった。
Maybe there's like an option to make them not talk. That might actually speed it up. I wonder if turning off their voices actually makes it go faster. There's some speed runs like that where they turn off the voices and like makes like a marginal difference in speed. It might not actually wait for him to actually say all the words, might go faster. No, it's not helping. It's still acting like he's talking. Shut up! Let me play! Oh, this shit is so boring! Come on, shut up! Why does every video game have to have this shit, even though the game's not story-focused? No one cares. I know if I, like, cheat engine through this, it'll probably break the game. Shut the fuck up. I don't care. This is like the only bad content they've added is this shit. It's just standing here, there's no gameplay. Well, there's a little gameplay, barely any. It's just fighting like the weakest monster in the game, that's it. You can skip that, but you can't skip being stuck in that freaking memory place. It's endless talking. Alright, please have less talking. I miss arcade games. Arcade games just got to the fucking point. Not hours of unskippable cutscenes and forced walking sections and padding. Just like actually playing the game and having fun. Not standing around in a blank gray space of nothing through dialogue that nobody reads. Yeah, the rest of the content has been really fun, and it's added a lot of things that the game's needed. like endgame content and things like that. New weapons. This is actually a new weapon I'm using. I got last night, but this stuff is just dumb. There's literally no reason why this could not just be a cutscene, and then just have, because the final one is actually pretty interesting because you fight an Ash Origami and you get like the new engage and stuff. Like that one's pretty fun, but all of these is just nothing. Come on, stop talking. I don't care about your backstory. Shut up. I had to go feed the kitty. Was surprised he's actually done talking in the time it took me to do that. Come on! I hate how you have to do this to, like, optimize your character, because the upgrades on the weapons, the only way you can increase the cap is by sitting through this, and it's not challenging at all. It's mostly just cutscenes. I'm like, why can't I just fight something to unlock it and not care about this shit? Like, something that actually requires gameplay, instead of just waiting. But Monster Hunter World does not let you skip any cutscenes at all, so my review of this still stands. I put a review on Steam that said you can skip the cutscenes, you can't in Monster Hunter. Okay, I think I only have one left, and then I can actually play the game again. So let me go make sure that guy up there... Yeah, this is the only part of this game where they shove the narrative down your throat, and it's completely optional. It's just not optional if you want to, like, actually have an optimized character, which is the problem. I would have much rather preferred just having you fight the new Ash Origami if that was what determined you getting the upgrade instead of this shit.
問題ない。始めるとしよう。今回も記憶の結節を解消すればいいのだろう。はい。付近にそれらしいものは見えますか？手元の陣機で結節を解消することが可能なはずです。慎重に対処をお願いします。了解した。すぐに蹴散らす。
One of the biggest problems people had with this game was that the story is not good, and people weren't really able to connect to the characters, so I guess this is their way of fixing it, but because this game has a budget of like $5 and some expired cat food, instead of like making new anime cutscenes or something, or even just in-engine cutscenes to explain all this stuff, this is basically how they're doing it.
また師匠の
It's
声
not
が
even animation for the. They don't even like have to rig the animations for the characters in the cutscenes. It's just straight dialogue.
我らの進むべき道は前にしか存在しない。
I just wish that my character
幼い
progression
頃
was
は本
not
当
tied to
によく
this.
怒られたな。師匠の声を聞くと今でも体がこわばってしまうよ。
傷の具合はどうだ。
I think they've done a good job of fixing this game's problems, but it has Dynasty Warriors 9 syndrome where nobody is playing it and nobody is coming back. But they stayed true to their word and all this shit's free, so can't really complain about it too much. They could have easily charged for all this and it would have been really bad because most of what they're adding is
いや、
not worth a significant amount of money.
傷が治るまで貴様は待機。
But they have not charged a single cent for any of this stuff, and a lot of the other content is actually quite good.
私はまだ
No, they deserve some props, just like Dynasty Warriors 9 for updating the game for free for this long. It's been about a year now.
了解しました。
I'll actually get to play the game after this because I have to raise
戦力外とみなさ
their
れた以
resonance
上
meter.
危険な
I'm
人
gonna
体
try to
実
get
験
that
に
rank
利用
7
すること
gun,
も多
so
か
I
っ
have more
た。そうならないため
dummy
に
slots.
毎日必死で自分の強さを誇示し続けたよ。使えないと判断されることが何よりも怖かった。
Why is this one even longer? Jeez. You really don't care about your childhood.
傷は良くなった。
Shut up.
では任務へ向かうぞ。
Ugh.
師匠、今日の任務はただの偵察ですか？もっと危険な任務でも問題ありませんが。
Go scout already. Do scouting without talking so I can play the video game.
いえ、ですが今日は師匠がいつもより簡単な任務を引き受けたと聞きま
Shut
した。
up.
もしかして私の怪我を
None of the buttons, skip it.
なすべきことをなすだけだ。行くぞ。ついてこい。
I'm gonna push you off the map so I don't have to do this.
あったのか。随分気にかけてもらっていた
Push
ん
you
だ
off the map, and maybe then you'll stop talking.
記憶の結節解消を確認しました。人を準備お願いします。
Or don't think their rate has raised enough. Yeah, now I can actually play the video game. For a while, and then I have to do that again.
異常なし。回帰濃度順応範囲内。ミッションを開始してください。
Oh, I got everything I needed. Nice. Cool. The gun like barely matters. The gun is such a minimal part of your build. I mean, it does help with certain things, but it doesn't seem like you really need to put much focus into it. I barely use it myself. I pretty much just pop the custom ones and then never use it again. That's disappointing though. It doesn't get an extra 2 slots. I was hoping it would. So now I'm just gonna farm the God Arcs. 'Cause that's the fastest way to raise the resonance rate too. I don't know if you can get bottomless on a shield though. Oh yeah, you can. I don't think I have any level 5s though. So I need to replace it because I took it off my weapon. No, she doesn't have any either. What the hell? Try combining them. No, that's not bad. I got a +1 out of it. Can't complain about that. Probably get one from this grinding. I don't think any of these people are ready yet to grind more. Yeah. Alright, are you ready for more yet? Nope. More talking. It's actually better this way. None of them are actually, some of the characters I didn't have in the party earlier today. So all their rates are at different times, and it'll take different amounts of time for them to reach the thresholds for the next one. So I'll actually have some gameplay while I do this instead of just a straight half hour of talking and staring at nothing.
なんだずいぶん荒っぽい歓迎だな。
ち着いたようですね。でもここまで大量に発生するなんて、官能領域の歪みも許容範囲内ではありますが、少し大きくなりつつあります。
ひとまず人型のやつを捕獲する。
了解しました。警戒は解かないでくださいね。
みんな聞いてくれ。フィムを取り返す。フィムが乗せられた輸送船の目的地が傍受できたんだ。我ながら無茶なこと考えるもんだな。
俺はフィムが犬飼に接収された時か。
海域士わら神とお散歩だ。俺が海域士を焚きつけて誘導する。イルダ、車を1台借りる。おとり役を買って出てみたものの、俺乗り物酔いひどいんだよな。みんな知ってたら止めたかもな。
おっと、今のは聞かなかったことにしろよ。
こちらは重要な輸送任務中である。所属を明かさねば排除するぞ。
そうかい。こっちも大事なプレゼントを運んできたんだがな。少しでもタイミングを間違えたらアウトだ。本当にここで死んじまうかもな。だがたとえ俺がここで倒れても、お前さえいれば、お前にならハウンドのみんなを安心して任せられる。悔いはねえ。
I'm like not even looking at the monitor right now.
輸送船の乗組員たちは全員無事だそうだ。
talking, 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 talking.
俺たちは海域士わら神に襲われた輸送船を救った英雄だぞ。たく、俺も調子のいいこと言ってんな。結果的にはどうにかなったが、今回は本当に危ない橋を渡った。みんなにも随分無理させちまったな。誰も知らずに済んだのは運が良かっただけだ。俺たちは着実に夢に近づいているはずだが、このまま進んで本当に。
Come on, dude. How much like backstory can you possibly have? Get through it faster.
また官能領域内に中程度の歪みを検出。記憶の結節も多数発生しています。迎撃してください。
片付けるぞ。
お疲れ様です。記憶の結節が除去できたようですね。記憶の結節はエリア情報の送信を開始。サポ目標完全に沈黙。殲滅成功です。お疲れ様でした。おかえりなさい。海域での行動はただでさえ難しいのに。 さすがです。
Alright, time for no more gameplay, more talking. These two are ready. I don't think the Hugo is ready yet. I think he requires more gameplay. Yeah. Oh my god, why are there so many of these? Why can't there just be one so that I can actually play the game? There's like 5 more of them for each character too. Why? Just do it in one. I can actually play the video game and not sit through a bunch of shit I don't care about.
ジークさんの官能領域への接続を確認。今回で検証も3回目ですね。
いつも通り記憶の結節ってやつを探して
Yeah,
見
do
つ
it
け
in a
たら処理して
cutscene.
いく。
Why do I have to sit through this?
3回目となるとさすがに慣れていらっしゃいますね。今回もよろしくお願いします。
おう。
Stop
とりあえず
talking!
辺りを見て
I
回ろう
get
ぜ
it.
管理番号 PW-1437 ニール・ペニーウォート。高判定か。かなりのレアものだな。
今のはニールが適合試験を受けた時か。
離せよ。助けて、ジーク兄ちゃん。ニール、おい、弟をどこに連れて行くんだ。
うるさいガキだな。こいつはレアものだ。高く売れるからな。売り飛ばして金にするんだよ。
そうだ。ペニーウォートに来てしばらくしてニールは売り飛ばされちまった。
ねえ、ジーク兄ちゃん。ニール兄ちゃん、どこにいるの？いつ帰ってくるの？
俺はまた守れなかった。弟二人を英治にさせちまった上にニールと離れ離れになっちまった。俺じゃ兄として失格だろ。
気をつけてください。官能領域内に歪みを検出。
またか。さっさと片付けようぜ。
攻撃性のある記憶の結節、複数確認。構えてください。記憶の結節の反応、消失を確認しました。官能領域の深度が増して。
Well, a lot of the hardcore fans hated the story in this, so they didn't like the characters in the story, and I guess in the other ones, I guess the characters were more relatable and the story was better and more coherent. So I guess this is their way of trying to fix the problem of that. But it's very poorly executed. I don't even know if you can, like, read this stuff again. It'd be pretty crazy if you couldn't, because it's all just an info dump. There's no, like, visual thing to it at all. It's just text info dump. So, even if you do care about the characters, I'm curious if it actually adds this to some kind of directory or something. I'm definitely not going to finish all this today. I'm going to drive myself insane. I already spent 2 hours fighting with that stupid Final Fantasy 15 game, and it ran like shit no matter what I tried. I even downgraded the version, and that didn't work. So I kind of just want to play a game that just turns on and works right now. I actually uninstalled it. I gave up. I just have to accept that that game's just not going to work. It seemed like I probably would have enjoyed the combat once I got a little farther in it, but it runs absolutely nothing like the demo. The demo ran perfectly, so whatever they did to the game between the pre-release demo and the full version, all the patches and stuff, like, screwed it up. And a lot of people said that downgrading it would work, and it made no difference at all. It made like maybe like 5 FPS or something. I just don't have any more patience for it right now. I'll try like upgrading my drivers or something. They can't be bothered to make their game functional. I don't really see why I should stress myself out over it.
我々だけだ。
I get paid tomorrow anyway.
そうですか。せめてみんなの弔いくらいはしませんか。
必要ない。この状況をどう切り抜けるかを考える。
そうだ。弟子や仲間が死んでも師匠はいつもこうやって平然と振る舞っていた。
食事だ。食える時に食っておけ。
師匠が作ってくれたんですか。ありがとうございます。いただきます。
どうした。
まずい。なんですかこれは。
おでんという料理だが、貴様、俺の故郷の味が気に入らんというつもりか。
おでん。おでんとはもっと味わい深くていろいろな食材の旨味を楽しめるものでは。
やかましい。文句を言うな。食えるだけありがたいと思え。
思い出した。師匠は料理が壊滅的に下手だったな。
Yeah, I spent like most of my gaming time today between my first stream today and the last one was trying to fix that stupid Final Fantasy game, and literally nothing worked. It just like does not like my computer. Which is weird because I've got like stuff in here that's better than what was out when it originally released like 2 years ago. So why the hell can't it can't even hold like 60 FPS?
料理なら教わったことがあるから。私が必ず師匠に美味しいって言ってもらえる料理を作ってみせます。だから
なんだ。
もし上手にできたら一つだけ質問に答えてほしいんです。
俺に条件を突きつけるか。何が知りたい。
師匠は死んでいった仲間や弟子たちのことを覚えていますか。
知りたいのなら口にしたことを守るのだな。
そうだ。この時に私は
Please stop talking. I get it.
約束を。
Tragic past. I know. Jeez, man.
接続強度が不安定になってきました。一度来
At least copy pastas are funny. This is like, they're not even funny copy pastas, they're boring. Yeah, it really pissed me off today. I tried everything. The stuttering, the frame rate was just unbearable. I got frustrated and I just uninstalled it. Okay, I think I get gameplay now. If you feel really bad about it, you can always just get me some other kind of game later or something. You know all my links and stuff, but I wouldn't worry about it too much. There's a chance I might still get it working, but it was taking up like 90 gigs on my SSD, and I have barely any space left. I might try it again like tomorrow or something, but it seems like I tried everything. Good old Japanese PC ports. The best games with the worst PC versions. Never fails. At least Namco is mostly on point. Like this game, I've never had a single problem with this game. Just install, click play, that was it. I didn't have to do any tweaking at all. The only bad experience I've ever had with a Namco port was the Berseria ally bug. And that was a real pain in the ass. I like every controller in my possession I had hooked up to the PC because otherwise the AI party members wouldn't move. But to their credit, they did fix it within like, I don't remember how long it took. It was like the launch window, like 2 or 3 days. That's still something that should have never happened. I don't know how that got past their QA, but they fixed it in a reasonable amount of time at least. Also, that game, one thing that's really bad about that port is like the menus and the loading, like how long it takes to actually get to a playable scenario. It takes a really long time, so even if I had bought it through Steam, I would have been cutting it really close to get to the refund period before I tried literally every option. There were still some things I didn't try, but I would have gotten pretty dangerously close to being stuck with it anyway. The 2-hour refund period can be a blessing and a curse sometimes. If the game has a lot of like forced cutscenes and loading and stuff, it can really add up when you're like restarting the game and tinkering with the settings and stuff, and the game doesn't actually let you fucking play. You have to sit through unskippable cutscenes and stuff. At least with like indie games or something like this, you're put into gameplay pretty quickly, so in the event that it didn't work, you could probably test out all possible options with your computer and decide if you need to refund it or not. But with that game, no. Probably like half the time I spent trying to fix it was sitting through cutscenes they don't fucking let you skip. Where the hell's Hugo? He like disappeared. Oh, here he is. I think he's ready for more cutscenes.
エイミー悪い。少しの間無線を切っててもいいか。無線をって大丈夫だ。緊急事態にでもなったらこっちから信号を出すさ。もしレーダー圏外から荒神の侵入があれば無線を復帰させてくれて構わない。でも了解しました。
Shut up. He just told you to shut up, so shut up. Stop talking. Please.
あ、悪いな。さて、行くとするか。
Yeah, that's what's bad about the just the way the game is designed, it makes it very hard to test things quickly.
なあ、手を動かしなが
You
ら
know, some people had problems running DMC5 because the
これまでいろいろあったよな。
DirectX 12 was really demanding.
牢獄に向けてクリサンセマムに拾ってもらってピムの一件
But
で
at least in that game, you can get into a playable scenario within like probably a minute or two of playing.
毎回綱渡りしながら夢に一歩ずつ近づいてきたよな。
I would have been more stressed if I bought it from Steam anyway, honestly, to be perfectly honest with you. Because at least like fighting with the game was not on a strict time limit to get a
い
refund.
つかみんなが自分の願いを叶え
I
られ
think
る
my
場
time
所を
was at like 70 minutes when I gave up, so I only had like 50 more minutes to fight with it.
だから仲
And
間を
with
失
how
う
long
たびに
it takes to get to actual gameplay,
夢に近
really
づ
wasn't
くた
that
びに
many
失
more
うものも
attempts.
でかくなっていった。お前はさ、怖くなったことないか？
緊急事態です。大型荒神のオラクル反応、そちらに向かっています。ごめんなさい。敵は高濃度海域を通過してきたようで、レーダーでの捕捉が遅れました。
ああ、問題ない。俺とこいつのコンビの良さ知ってるだろ。ドイツが相手だろうと負けるわけねえさ。よし、軽く締めてやるか。スピードとパワーが
I'm playing really bad. I'm like not even paying attention right now. I'm so like worn out from all the cutscenes.
ハウンド1、バースト、残りわずかです。
ざっとこんなところだな。
Oh, I missed a Brofist. I should have actually watched that cutscene. I always just watch them later. They're on YouTube. This content's I think like what, like 4 months old, so people have already done this a long time ago. But since I've been just so just jam-packed with games lately, I just didn't get around to it until now.
特別に私の夕飯のおかず、一つあげちゃいます。
Alright, so this is his last one, so I might actually be able to finish this tonight.
.ここが官能領域の最深部か。随分と湿っぽい記憶に満ちてるな。俺の心は。ま、サクッと見て回ろうぜ。
It's literally it's only this. Everything else you can skip. But for whatever reason they don't let you do that here. This game is very good about not shoving the story down your throat. It's very easy to get into a playable scenario. But since this is mostly just narrative-focused content, I guess they want to make sure that you don't miss it or something. I don't know.
ガドリン総督の声明だな。
They are fixing one of the main complaints with this game was just people don't like the characters of the story. And I guess
この混迷の時代を照らし
the problem is this game has like 2% of the budget of Monster Hunter, so they can't afford to do like crazy cutscenes and stuff.
の血を流してここまで来たと
That
思
would
ってるんだ
probably tell the story of this way better than just still images.
あの時俺は腹渡が煮えくり
They're
返る
working
と
with
同時に
nothing, and I
目の
can
前が真っ暗になった
definitely relate to that. Not being able to do what you want or the best thing you want because you don't have the resources or money to do it.
エイジはここ
I'm sure if they were charging for this, it probably would be more interesting, but it's free.
巻き込むわけにはいかないよなトレーラーを何台か買い取らせてくれないかトレーラーで出て行ったところでどうにもならないのは目に見えてる俺たちこれで終わりだな
ガキの頃から小さな願いや希望を抱いてはペニーウォートのやつらにひねり潰されてきた夢を持つなんて無駄なことだそう何度も何度も言われ続けてきてさだからかな俺はどっかでずっと積み上げてきたものが全部崩れちまうことを受け入れていたのかもしれないどうにか牢獄を抜け出して今度こそ俺たちの夢を邪魔する奴はいねえって息巻いていたがそうだ夢が一歩近づくたびに夢を追いかけることが怖くなった俺はあの瞬間全部を諦めちまったんだあれは俺の弱さそのものだあの野郎夢を追うのが怖くなった俺を一緒にぶっ飛ばしてくれるかこれがコアエンゲージお前の心と俺の心が重なってるみたいだしかしお前ってやつはガキの頃から変わらず眩しくてあったかいよな行くぜ一気に肩をつけてやる
No, the budget is obviously why these are not really well executed. God Eater's always... I wouldn't call God Eater a Monster Hunter clone. I mean, I guess you could call it one, but... it's always done things differently. And there's pretty clean-cut reasons to play it over Monster Hunter if there are things you don't like about how Monster Hunter plays. But... gotta be real, the budget is like a fraction of what Monster Hunter gets. So, obviously, limitations come with that. But people hate the Monster Hunter cutscenes too, so... really, not that much different, really. I know when I tried Monster Hunter World, like, the hour of time I spent with it, like, almost all of it was cutscenes. Forced walking sections. And these are also free updates too, so that's part of it as well. They're not charging for it, so money's got to come from somewhere. I think this game actually sold quite well, but Monster Hunter just has way more shit going on to keep people playing than this does. This didn't really ship with that much content. Takes a really long time to buy these. You have to sit through like 3 dialogue boxes. But I'm gonna try to get the full achievements on this because I really have very little left. I could probably finish it by the end of this week, the rate I'm going. Might as well go for it. I like the game enough. I'm cool with it. Probably gonna take another couple dozen runs to max all this out though. But I'm gonna have to do that to max the weapon anyway. Alright, how much stuff does he have left in here? Quite a bit. Probably another like 20,000 points or so. This actually isn't that bad when you consider that I'm getting the gear to I'm getting the items to maximize my gear while I'm doing all this other stuff. It's not that bad. And these characters have a lot less story than Claire. Claire had 8 missions. That shit took like 45 minutes to get through. This is taking significantly less time. I didn't equip any gear. Any potions. I'll have to refill my potions after. Should be fine though. I'm just like not playing as well as I was last night, which is funny because that shit was at like 1 a.m. But the cutscenes and waiting have really worn me down.
とりあえず行くとするか。ずっと考えてたんだけどさ、ニールとキースに対して何もしてやれなかったんだなって。俺は兄貴たちみたいに弟を守れなかった。今は運よく3人で過ごせるようになったけどよ。今からでも遅くない。兄貴としてあいつらに何かしてやれることがあるんじゃねえかって。でもさ、俺はバカだからよ。どうしたらいいかわからねえんだ。
お二人とも聞こえますか？すみません。
The sniper guy, Ricardo, I never used him a single time, so that's gonna take a while to grind out. I might actually finish this tonight. I've only got 3 characters left, and Zeke's almost done. After this, he's gonna have the fight against the Ash Origami, and then he's done. And then Lulu is almost done too. She just has 2 missions left, and both of them have minimal talking. I should be able to finish this tonight if I don't get too frustrated. Also, you have to remember I'm doing like 4 months worth of content in one day. They're not really intended to go through all of it right away. Well, that's part of it as well. That's not the game's fault. That's my fault. Alright, cool. One more character done, so... After this, Lulu should have the same amount, and then Ricardo is going to take the longest, because I have not used him in the party at all. Like I said, five of the characters have these stories, and you can only put 3 of them in the party with you at once. So I can't actually have them all at equal rates. But I need to farm some weapons to get this up to plus 45 anyway, so it's all good. I actually am making progress while I'm doing this. Yeah, the all but confirmed rumor is that they're adding Style Switch. And I wonder if they hired Serpentine to do that, because he was the one that made that mod. And then he ported it to the HD version. I wonder if he got paid for it, or if they just did it themselves. The dead ring away is that there's a on the HUD there's a space above the life bar that shows what style you're in. I don't really see why they would have that there unless they were style switching. And they're already talking about adding new stuff to it. The first announcement's supposed to be on the 16th, and I think the 23rd and the 30th. So pretty much every week, remaining week in this month. It makes sense for them to do that. That's really one of the only parts of DMC3 that's aged poorly. The style system.
今はお前やハウンドのみんながいる。家族に支えてもらいながら力を合わせてやっていく。兄貴たちの思いを背負って生きていくことに何の恐れもね
え。They're going to be porting Resident Evil 4 for the rest of our lives. Our descendants will be buying that game like 10 times in their lifespan. Ah, I didn't block in time. Damn it. I don't know the timing for that yet. VR. Probably the next thing they'll do is just remake it. I don't really think the game needs a remake, but... Alright, see if I can get this again. Actually, I'm just going to run away from him so I keep engaged. He's still going! Wow. I don't know when that attack ends. I've never perfect guarded him once. He was probably close to being ending of that animation. Come on, dude. How is he still alive? I hate this boss. Oh yeah, he was almost dead. Oh well, doesn't matter. They don't drop anything anyway. It's pretty much just a interactive cutscene. There's no drops from it. No, your performance does not matter here. That wasn't too bad. It's mostly just getting hit by the Devours is what screwed that up. I don't know the timing to block it. Alright, one more character left.
うん、薬剤で亡くなった人の海域の発生によって彼らが少しでもお前は薬剤の3
Yep, there we go, plus 40. Okay, so only one left is Lulu and then Ricardo. No, Resident Evil is like insanely popular, so probably will go well, I guess. I'm not a big Resident Evil fan myself. The only ones I really finished was, I finished 2 on the N64 because it had analog controls. I think to this day it's like the only version of that game outside the remake that doesn't have tank controls. I also did not have a PS1 growing up. I was a Nintendo kid until the The N64 killed that. Really hard to be a Nintendo kid after the N64. That was not a good console. It has a lot of good games on it, but almost all of them are first party. The third party support just died, and it's only recently recovered. GameCube, you know, the console was actually second strongest behind the Xbox, so it could actually handle ports and stuff, but then the controller got in the way. The controller was awful for anything except games that were explicitly designed for it. But at least there was still some third-party support, but the N64, man. It's remembered fondly, but only for, like, first-party stuff. There was nothing else to play. There was such massive droughts. And the library was, like, felt like it was, like, 10% of the size of the Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo has a lot of terrible games too, but there's enough good to average games on there in pretty much every genre that you can find something you like. The N64 is nowhere near as much. What the hell does it want me to do? Ingredients? I have to find, like, the scout points or what? I think the N64 is, not counting stuff like Virtual Boy, is like the worst Nintendo console. Games are very, very revolutionary and influential, but actually owning one at the time was pain. Very few PlayStation games got ported. Okay, so I had to look around for these.
思った通りだ。よし。この調子で残りの食材も探してみよう。この食材も使えそうだな。予想外に掘り出し物が多いな。なんだか楽しくなってきたよ。いいぞ。この食材があれば旨味も引き立つはずだ。腕の見せ所というやつだな。楽しみにしていてくれ。
Most games from that generation in general age very poorly. Like, I can still go back and play, like, arcade games and, like, Super Nintendo and Nintendo stuff, but the N64 is just absolutely dreadful to go back to. Everything from the graphics to the poor frame rate. The tech just was not there at the time. But even so, the PlayStation had a much better selection of games. Now, the Switch is getting a lot of third-party support, but a lot of it's bad. Like, straight mobile ports of bad games and stuff, but I have like 112 games for my Switch. There's definitely a lot to like on it, but the eShop does not make it easy to actually find good stuff because you have to sift through a literal sea of shovelware. But I'm glad that people are actually putting stuff on their consoles again. I just think that if they don't announce the Switch Pro, like, sometime this year, by the end of this year, then They're not going to fall behind, but they're going to lose a lot of their third-party support because the Switch can barely handle, like, PS3 games. Can't even handle, like, barely handle Dragon's Dogma and, like, other games like that. I have no idea where this last ingredient is. Does this show me on the map? This is taking this is taking longer than the actual cutscenes. I can't find the last piece. It's probably back at the beginning, which is down and to the right. Oh, this is dumb. Why you gotta give me a collectathon in a game like this? The stupid red shining thing is like nowhere. I've been around the whole map like 5 times. Just mark it on the map. This whole thing has just been gimmick after gimmick after gimmick. Just let me fight a monster. That's what this is supposed to be, a hunting game. Where is this stupid thing? Why can't the NPC just tell me? Come on, like, no one likes doing this stuff in anything. Is it up here, or what? There it is. Jeez. It's like pixel hunting in a graphic adventure. Wow. So I went in there like how many times? I didn't realize that you could jump up there. I think they want to put their stuff on there, but the console is just not powerful enough to do it. I see all the people on the Nintendo Reddit are like, oh, the Switch doesn't need more power. It's like, it's going to, unless you want a repeat of the N64 era, where the only things coming out on it were first-party games. And those didn't come out that often, so you'd often go over a month or more without anything coming out at all. It's like, you really want to go back to that? Because that's what will happen. Nintendo is not immune to the difficulties of HD development. Just because they have the resources and they're doing well doesn't mean that they can churn out a game faster than anybody else. It still takes time, and they outsource a bunch of their stuff, so they need to have third-party support. But it's not going to keep coming if they don't upgrade their tech. The hardware needs, like, I wouldn't say it needs a big upgrade. It needs to at least be able to, like, be on base PS4 level. That would open up a lot of possibilities. But right now, it can't even do 1080p in most games, and 60 FPS is like a pipe dream in a lot of stuff too. But I think a lot of the people saying that did not have an N64, and they don't remember how awful it was to own that console at times. We had big AAA stuff from Nintendo, and then really long droughts of nothing. Pretty much throughout its entire lifespan. I mean, it only launched with 2 games. And nobody really cared about Pilot Wing 64, so... It was Mario 64, and that was it for a while. There was like Wave Race, a couple other games on the launch window, but nowhere near the variety of their competitor even. Both the Saturn and the PS1 had like way more games available at the time.
アクセルトリガーの実証実験の時の記憶か。船のみんなと出会う直前の記憶だ。危険なアクセルトリガーを使い敵を掃討する任務だった。だがどうしてこの時の記憶が。
痛い、苦しい、体が破裂しそうだ。意識がどんどん遠のいていく。だからこんなところで終われない。私は生きると決めたんだ。
Yeah, Metroid Prime 4 is like vaporware. Bayonetta 3 is vaporware too. They're both vaporware for like an equal amount of time. I wouldn't be surprised if Bayonetta 3 really is held back because the hardware can't handle it. It can barely run Astral Chain. The frame rate is definitely one of the worst parts of Astral Chain. What will most likely happen is they'll probably announce an upgraded Switch this year. And it'll be like the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X, where the games will run on the base models, but it'll be like really shitty performance. Well, they could probably just say that it's best with Switch Pro or whatever they're going to call it. I think that's what actually needs to happen. I hope that's what they're planning for. So otherwise, they're in for a rude awakening when PS4 ports dry up, and the PS5 and the Xbox Series X come out, and nobody's going to be able to port anything to it.
もはや意識を保つのに精一杯か。いつかお前は俺に聞いたの。死んでいった弟子たちのことを覚えている。人がその手で守れるものなどたかが知れている。涙などとうの昔に枯れ果てた。お前には俺が冷酷な戦記に見えたかもしれん。だがな、この胸に蛍火のように残る記憶は確かに俺にもあるのだ。俺は戦うことしかできん。それ以外に死んでいった者たちに報いる術を知らん。故に立ち止まることも振り向くことも許されん。たとえどれほどの屍を越えていくことになろうとも、この剣で神々をほふることのみがたった一つ俺にできる英霊たちへの手向けなのだから。
Apparently, like, the latest Tegra chip
あなたは
can run on, like, base PS4 level.
死んでいった人たちの記憶とともに
So the current theory is that the new Switch will have that.
私の意識が朦朧としている
And
時
it's
に
not going to be
そんな
like a
ことを語
massive, it's
る
not
な
going to be like a generational leap, like from PS3 to PS4, but it'll be just enough for
私も同じ
more
気持ち
types of
です
games to run better on there. I had a chance to get the upgraded version of the Switch with a better battery life, but I held off because I'd rather
こ
just
の
have
胸に
the
宿る思いの
Switch
全て
Pro.
を力に変えてみせる。託された意志を未来につないでいくために私は戦い続ける。これがコアエンゲージ。これまで以上にお前の力を感じる。負ける気がしないな。共に行こう。過去を乗り越え遥か未来まで。
I mean, developers have asked for better hardware before putting something on a console before. What's probably happening is that Nintendo was actually obliging because they realized they're going to have to do it at some point. I mean, when your console can't even handle, like, a last-gen game at 60 FPS, then, like, there's obviously a problem there. No way to sugarcoat it, really. It struggles to run a lot of last-gen games. There's a couple last-gen ports on there that are really good, but most of them are only like a marginal improvement over what they would be like on the original hardware. Alright, one more left. So I'm gonna farm up the trophy while I do this. What's up, dude? I'm finally almost done with these damn cutscene missions. Very close to being done. Finished everybody else. I got the upgrade cap to plus 40. I just need to finish Ricardo's, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm also farming out one of the last remaining trophies I have at the same time, too. The only trophy I have left is finish a mission with somebody who learned all their personal abilities, and then a rank 7 weapon in every class or category. Yeah, and that's it. That's all I have left. Time for more talking. But I'll be getting other stuff done while I do it.
今度は何を見せられるのやら。おっと、
今回はいきなり来たな。
This mode to me is basically just I queue up the cutscene and then I just look at something on my second monitor. It's like when a speedrunner resets on a game that has an unskippable intro. Nothing to really look at.
お前さん、サテライト拠点って知ってるか？薬剤の前、地上のあちこちにあった小さな集落さ。グレープギルを抜けた俺は、辺境のサテライト拠点を防衛する仕事に就いていたんだ。これがなかなかいい場所でな。荒神の襲撃もほとんどなくて、住民たちも気のいい奴らばかりで、楽しかったよ。少なくとも、俺みたいな奴が行き着く先としちゃ、上等な場所だったと思う。
I'm actually looking at DMC mods right now.
この拠点に滞在すると連絡になったのは、あなたたちですね。ようこそ、歓迎いたします。
はじめまして。しばらくの間お世話になります。私はユダイニケス。そしてこちらは
リカルド・スフォルツァか。
こんなところでまた会うことになるとは思わなかったよ。ベルナー・ガドリン。
知り合いなの？
彼はもともとグレイプにいる所属のゴッドイーターだった。優秀な人物だ。しかし彼は
レディーの前でつまらない話はやめようぜ。さあ、お二人ともこちらへ。拠点を案内しましょう。まだ学生だった。オーナーと
The reward is basically all the endgame character progression is tied to this.
グレープギルを抜けた身としては
The upgrades for your weapons are capped to plus 30, and you get the other plus 15 levels through doing this. That's the only reason I'm doing it.
地下に拠点を建造する
But yeah, it's mostly just a narrative dump. The last fight you get against the Ash Origami is pretty cool. But it's such a grind to get there.
未来を担う子供たちが前線に立つゴッドイーターたち
This is the last character I need to do, so I am going to finish this stream. No reason not to. It's not going to take much longer.
知見を深めるとともに現地の人たちの意見を集めているんです。
誰もが安全に己の幸せを求められる場所、理想郷と呼べるような地を我々の手で作りたいんだ。
理想郷ね。いいんじゃないですか。夢物語は嫌いじゃない。応援しますよ。ほんと素敵な夢物語だよな。眩しすぎるくらいだ。
記憶の結節、対象を確認しました。こちらからは結節の声が聞こえませんが、問題ありませんか？
大丈夫。いつも通り祈祷の準備よろしくね。
了解。それでは切断シーケンスに入ります。
今回もありがとうな。戻るとしようか。
It's like 30 seconds of gameplay. 20 seconds of gameplay, and the rest is just cutscenes. Not even really any kind of visuals to go off of for all the talking they're doing. Okay, so now I'll go back to grinding.
起動した後ご報告を願います。あ、おかえりなさい。ミッション目標を達成しました。起動準備を始めてください。
よし、終わったな。
素晴らしい戦いでしたね。お疲れ様です。本作戦は成功しました。起動した後ご報告を願います。素晴らしい戦いでした。ミッションバッチリでしたよ。さあ、あとは起動するのみです。あ、おかえりなさい。見とれるほどの戦いでした。
It's going pretty fast. Pretty much got the grinding method down.
今回もいきなり荒神か。幸先が悪いな。
攻撃性のある記憶の結節のようです。人気での解消をお願いします。
了解。さて、今回はちょいと荒れそうだな。なんだこの揺れは。地震。
見て、あれはハリケーンか何か。
いや、それにしては様子がおかしい。あんなにも重苦しい雲は見たことがない。まるで灰の塊みたいだ。リカルド、たった今グレープにいるから無線が入った。各地で荒波の大移動が起きているらしい。間もなくここにも来るぞ。なんだと。
お前さんはまだ子供だっただろうが、わかるだろ。厄災の当日さ。各地で同時多発的に発生した回覧に追い立てられ、荒神の生息域も激変した。俺が守っていたサテライト拠点は荒神の大軍の予測進路上にあったんだ。襲撃を防ぐことはできなかった。
そう荒神ども、次から次へと。
リカルドさん、あなた私をかばって。
ぼさっとしてんじゃねえ。ベガ、イルダさんを連れて逃げろ。バカを言うな。君だけ残していくわけにはいかない。バカ言ってんのはてめえの方だ。死に損ないとてめえの女、どっちが大事かもわかんねえのか。この場所を守るのが今の俺の仕事なんだ。今度こそ最後まで。いいやダメだ。目の前の仲間を見捨てていくことなどできない。
ベルナ、リカルドさん、トレーラーに乗ってこの場を脱出するわ。
くそ、離せよベルナ。頼むから離してくれ。まだやれる、まだやれるんだ。この場所を守らせてくれよ。
これがあの日に起きた出来事さ。生き延びた奴らの運命が大きく変わった日だ。
I was looking at the monitor like 2% of that. Yeah, bullet didn't work. What? It's weird. What happened? Sometimes that happens. No way I'm gonna clear otherwise, so let's go back and reset it. I don't know why that happened. I think it's because I moved at the beginning. But I've done that before and it still works. Sometimes it just misfires or something. Yeah, it's happened to me like 2 or 3 times doing this. Sometimes the bullet just doesn't work.
戦は成功しました。祈祷した後ご報告を願います。おかえりなさい。お疲れ様です。本作戦は成功しました。祈祷した後ご報告を願います。おかえりなさい。海域での討伐対象のオラクル反応消失。祈祷準備どうぞ。
まあまあだな。
Alright, he's ready for more cutscenes now.
おかえりなさい。海域での行動はただでさえ難しいのにさすがです。
よーし、軽く肩慣らしていくか。まあお前さんにとっちゃ肩慣らしにもならないかもしれんがね。
今日の海域濃度はとても低い数値を示しています。天気もいいですし落ち着いて任務に臨めそうですね。荒波の反応もそう多くありません。ですがあまり油断しないようにしてくださいね。
ありがとな。これじゃほどほどに気を引き締めていこうか。いい景色だと思わないか。昔この辺りで戦ってたことがあるんだ。厄災が起きてから数年間、俺は各地の戦場を傭兵みたいに転々としてた。行くあても帰る場所も俺にはもうなかったからな。世界が海域に覆われた後、従来型ゴッドイーターは活動の幅が大きく制限された。どこかの港に所属して前線から遠ざかるか、英治の管理をするか、あるいは海域の外を転戦するか、 今さら組織に身を置く気にはなれなかった。かといって子供を戦場に送り出す仕事なんてごめんだった。俺はあっちこっちフラフラしながら生きる場所を、
Push him off a cliff.
いや
Maybe he'll
死
stop
ぬ
talking
場所
then.
を探して戦場をさまよ
Almost
っ
there. Oh. He's got plot armor.
そんなすさんだ傭兵みたいな生活が何年か続いた時さ、ある日突然オーナーが俺に会いに来た。新造された怪奇踏破線プリサンセマムに乗ってね。
荒紙の反応すべて消失を確認。お疲れ様でした。
も
おかえりなさい。海域での行動はただでさえ難しいのに、さすがです。
Last one. Last one. I pretty much won't have to watch a cutscene again while playing this. Last one. At least until they add more of these. I think the next patch is going to add more, so I guess the
残った仕事を片付
upgrade
けた
cap
の
will be plus 50.
と言っても最後に待ち受ける何が
Because they're
何
doing
か
3 more patches
は
of
もう
this.
分かっているがね。
But since I won't be going through months of them in one day, it won't be that bad. Pretty much just be like an hour every patch.
かなり渋い顔をされましたが、
That's mostly what the problem with this is I'm going through like 8 months of content
さすがね、リカルド。
in one day. It's not really intended to be done that way.
驚かされるわ。
Now, plus 45 is what I'm getting after I'm done with this. So I imagine, because they're making 3 more character episodes, so it's probably going to be plus 60.
しんどいですがね。
ごめんなさい。あなたにばかり負担をかけてしまって。
おっと、誤解しないでください。そんなつもりで言ったんじゃありませんよ。クリサンセマムに来てからは毎日が充実してます。本当にあなたには感謝してもしきれないくらいだ。
ねえ、リカルド、一つ聞いてもいいかしら。どうしてそんなにも力になってくれるの？
何を言ってるんです。有無を言わさず俺を連れてきたのはあなたでしょ。
それはもちろんその通りなんだけど、あなたの実績や能力があればここよりずっと条件のいい職場も見つかるはずよ。なのにあなたは率先して損な役回りを請け負って私や港のために尽くしてくれている。どうしてそこまでしてくれるの？
それはまったく残酷な質問だ。これを本気で疑問に思ってるんだからな、あの人は。この質問をされた時、俺は適当にはぐらかしたんだ。負い目や引け目を感じてなんて言えるわけねえしな。それに
Look at his head!
ちゃいけねえ気持ちだって胸の中にあったからさ。 なくとも俺は今日過去のことにはケリをつけようと思ってる。俺にもまだ目指すべき未来があるってことを若い奴らが教えてくれたんでね。いつかあなたと一緒に理想郷にたどり着けたら、あの時の疑問に必ずお答えします。だから待っていてください。俺は今心の中の重しをぶっ壊して帰ります。こいつがコアエンゲージってやつか。いいね、久しぶりにたぎってきたぜ。ついてきな。ボサッとしてると置いていっちまうぞ。
The deed is done. Finally. Took like all day. No more. At least until the next update, which is next week. I think I'm gonna get the weapon to plus 45 and then I'll be done with this game for today.
Na, 頼むよ。この交渉、ハウンドの奴らが俺とあんた。
また何度も言わせるな。
あんたに俺のコネとバランの超長距離走、あんなケツの青い。そうましくざる。
Here's the drop. It's the guy from the first game.
この間、面白い海域で発掘されたデータ AI の解析によると、誰かさんに。
それがどうし。
俺はどうにもあんたの経歴も調べただあんたを信頼するちくしょう後悔するなよ。
So someone kind of just stands around and does nothing. I guess that's why people were complaining about the story. He's just kind of there. Shield's done. Gun's done. So I just need 2 more. Yeah, I'll do that too, but not tonight. You have to keep in mind, I spent like 2 hours today fighting with the PC port of Final Fantasy 15, and I just could not get it to run at a good frame rate without stuttering. Patience is kind of exhausted for today. Need 1 more.
夕飯
I'll probably be on. Tomorrow's D Cosmics DMC5 run around 4:30 my time, so I'm gonna be watching that and then hang out with my neighbor's family. Probably right after that. I should be available before and after. I'll probably be on in the morning. Since the grinding's pretty much done now, I'm just going to be finishing up the last few achievements. And I should be able to finish it tomorrow, actually. There's not much left. Pretty much just get a rank 7 weapon in every category, and then finish one level with somebody who's got all their abilities, which I'm actually working on right now while I do this. And then it's just clear everything in rank 7, which won't take much longer.
まあこんなもんだろう。
素晴らしい戦いでしたね。お疲れ様です。本作戦は成功しました。人をした後、ご報告を願います。あ、おかえりなさい。
こりゃ先が楽しみだ。よし上出来だ。よし上出来だ。この力試してみるか。今ならドイツが相手でも負ける気がしないな。こりゃ先が
I really wish I could just buy all these at once. It takes so long.
上出来だ。
I probably still don't have enough to max them out, but another couple runs should do it.
腕が鳴るな。今ならドイツが相手でも負ける気がしないな。おお悪くない。この力試してみるか。よし上出来だ。この力試してみるか。お前のおかげでとうとうここまで来ちまった。仕事に使えるかもしれないな。この力試してみるか。この力試してみるか。腕が鳴るな。お前のおかげでとうとうここまで来ちまった。こりゃ先が楽しみだ。この力試してみるか。よし上出来だ。よし上出来だ。こいつを実戦で試したい。おお悪くない。この力試してみるか。腕が鳴るな。腕が鳴るな。こいつを実戦で試したい。付き合ってくれるよな。 仕事に使えるかもしれないな。仕事に使えるかもしれないな。こりゃ先が楽しみだ。仕事に使えるかもしれないな。こりゃ先が楽しみだ。仕事に使えるかもしれないな。こりゃ先が楽しみだ。仕事に使えるかもしれないな。仕事に使えるかもしれないな。こりゃ先が楽しみだ。仕事に使えるかもしれないな。この力試してみるか。お前のおかげでとうとうここまで来ちまったな。仕事に使えるかもしれないな。腕が鳴るな。お前のおかげでとうとうここまで来ちまった。おお、悪くない。お前のおかげでとうとうここまで来ちまった。仕事に使えるかもしれないな。よし、上出来だ。おお、悪くない。力試してみるか。今ならドイツが相手でも負ける気がしないな。こりゃ先が。
This is like the vanilla Orochi 4, where everything you had to hold the button down on the menu all the time. And you can only buy the elements in groups of 10. That's exactly what this feels like. It just takes so long to get through. He doesn't have that much left though, so probably another couple runs and he should be done.
上出来だ。この力試してみるか。腕が鳴るな。今ならドイツが相手でも負ける気がしないな。おお、悪くない。こりゃ先が楽しみだ。おお、悪くない。腕が鳴るな。よし、上出来だ。この力試してみるか。こいつを実戦で試したい。付き合ってく。おお、悪くない。腕が鳴るな。この力試してみるか。この力試してみるか。こいつを実戦で試したい。付き合ってくれるよな。仕事に。
Why do all these have to have upgrades? Go faster, please. Why is there no option to just buy them all? It takes forever. Just buy them all. No, he's almost done. Probably another 6 runs or so should do it. Alright, so I'm gonna finish that achievement and then I should be done by then. When tomorrow I'll knock out the rest of them.
チリでしたよ。さあ、あとは祈祷するのみです。
まあまあだな。
こんなもんかな。
Oh, cool, the weapon's done. Nice.
素晴らしい戦いでしたね。特
仕事に使えるかもしれないな。今ならドイツが相手でも負ける気がしないな。こりゃ先が楽しみだ。今ならドイツが相手でも負ける気がしないな。この力試してみるか。腕が鳴るな。お前のおかげでとうとうここまで来ちまったな。
Oh wow, that's all he's got left. I estimate probably like 6 or 7 more runs and he'll be done. There's a couple down here too.
仕事に使えるかもしれないな。こりゃ先が楽しみだ。この力試してみるか。
お疲れ様です。本作戦は成功しました。祈祷した後、ご報告を願います。おかえりなさい。システム異常なし。ミッションバッチリでしたよ。さあ、あとは祈祷するのみです。あ、おかえりなさい。見とれるほどの戦いでした。
Someone just fixed Street Fighter V's netcode in 2 days and said he could have done it in 30 minutes if he had the source code. And that game has had horrible netcode for 4 years now. How can Capcom not do it with actual resources and money? And a fan does it in 2 days of their free time. Japanese netcode is just awful. It's depressing if one person can fix it, what they have not been able to do in over 4 years. How does that even make sense? I can't comprehend that. I'm looking at the tweets right now. Wait through all this loading. What? Apparently Mike Z pointed out the bug in the beta 4 years ago, and they never fixed it. It's like you're running esports tournaments for it. The whole point is to get people to buy the game and get sponsors. But the game is unplayable online. Like, you think it would be a priority. Make it so playing the game online is not like Chinese water torture, and maybe more people would be playing. Just a thought. Meanwhile, Battle for the Grid has like perfect netcode. I'm probably going to be playing that this month too. There's not going to be an update this month, I'm pretty sure, but now that I have free time, I don't have any big projects right now. I want to run some sets on that. Some people in my community play it. Almost done. The hardest achievement is just sitting through the freaking menu on that. It's so slow. I'm getting a lot done at the same time while I do this though. Money and then the God Arcs. I'm gonna work on the short blade next. That's going to take 23 plus 2s. So, plenty of time to get this achievement. Especially since it's not being nice to me right now. It's not really giving me any. Mostly trash ones.
沈黙。殲滅成功です。お疲れ様でした。素晴らしい戦いでした。お疲れ様です。本作戦は成功しました。祈祷した後、ご報告を願います。
Oh, good, another double-edged sword level 5. I actually needed that. I replaced one of the level 3s with a level 5, but I still have 2 level 4s on there. Just one more to go.
この力試してみるか。よし、上出来だ。この力試してみるか。こいつを実戦で試したい。よし、上出来だ。よし、上出来だ。よし、上出来だ。お前のおかげでとうとうここまで腕が鳴るな。よし、上出来だ。今ならドイツが相手でも負ける気がしないな。おお、悪くない。この力試してみるか。
ミッション目標を達成しました。祈祷準備を始めてください。
オッケー、終わり。
あ、おかえりな。ミッションバッチリでしたよ。さあ、あとは祈祷するのみです。
任務完了。
Jeez, it doesn't want to give me any +2s at all. That's not a good look when I need 23 of them to max out a weapon, and it's barely giving me any.
おかえりなさい。解決。目標完全に沈黙。殲滅成功です。お疲れ様でした。
Oh, there's one.
おかえりなさい。か 標を達成しました。起動準備を始めてください。
オッケー、終わり。
おかえりなさい。見とりミッションバッチリでしたよ。さあ、あとは起動するのみです。あ、おかえりなさい。お疲れ様です。本作戦は成功しました。起動した後、ご報告を願います。素晴らしい戦いでしたね。特別に私の夕飯のおかず一つあげちゃいます。
こいつを実戦で試したい。おお、悪くない。お前のおかげでとうとうここまで来た。こりゃ先が楽しみだ。こいつを実戦で試したい。付き合ってくれるよな。仕事に使えるかもしれないな。腕が鳴るな。こいつを実戦で試したい。付き合ってくれ。おお、悪くない。この力試してみるか。こいつを実戦で試したい。おお、悪くない。この力試してみるか。よし、上出来だ。よし、上出来だ。お前のおかげでとうとうここまで来ちまったな。今ならドイツが相手でも負ける気がしないな。仕事に使えるかもしれないな。よし、上出来だ。この力試してみるか。よし、上出来だ。
Alright. Two more runs should do it. Probably three, actually. I'm gonna do three to be safe. It's probably the worst achievement. It takes a really long time. Meaning like tens of thousands of those points. And then probably like 20 minutes actually buying them all because the menu is so slow.
ミッション目標を達成しました。起動準備を始めてください。
よっし、終わり。
あ、おかえりなさい。お疲れ様です。本作戦は成功しました。起動した後、ご報告を願います。素晴らしい戦いでした。 するのみです。
バッチリだったな。
あ、おかえりなさい。討伐対象のオラクル反応消失。起動準備どうぞ。素晴らしい戦いでしたね。特別に私の夕飯のおかず一つあげちゃい。
今ならドイツが相手でも負ける気がしないな。仕事に使えるかもしれないな。腕が鳴るな。腕が鳴るな。よし、上出来だ。お前のおかげでとうとうここまで来ちまったな。
Oh, he's finally done. Alright, so one more will clear that achievement. And tomorrow I can probably get the other two. It won't take that long. Pretty much just fight the upgraded origami and craft everything from their tree. I already have like half of it already. There it is. An irreplaceable friend.
あとは起動するのみです。
よし。
素晴らしい戦いでしたね。
90% achievements.
一つあげちゃいます。
Yeah, all that's left is the final mission in rank 7, and then a rank 7 version of each melee weapon, gun, and shield. Probably will get that done next time. Go ahead and I'll do one rank 7 mission since I'm almost done. Pretty much did all the ones that don't involve fighting the false idol. I hate those things. So obnoxious to fight. Ugh.
先行を確認。十分に警戒してくださいね。
じゃあ行ってきますか。
いいとこ見せちゃうよ。
非討伐対象の荒神と接触。迎撃開始。ユーゴさん、討伐対象の荒神と接触。交戦開始。バースト解除。間もなくです。
pretty good fight. Got a pretty decent build right now. It probably would be better with elemental weapons, but I don't feel like doing that right now. Doesn't really seem needed with the pulse blade weapons. I think these weapons were put in here to make playing with neutral element like actually viable, which I guess it wasn't before. Basically just giving yourself not using elementals. I seem to be doing quite fine. I guess some people have done some testing and they said that it's still slower, but I'm not really about to speedrun this game. I don't really give a shit. It's definitely better than how it was before. I played through the whole game with no elemental stuff at all. Go get him. Chio doesn't matter. Ah, damn it. Use it.
れ以上に難しい作戦になりそうです。気を抜かず頑張りましょう。
相手にとって不足はねえ。負けるわけにはいかねえな。
討伐対象の渡辺と接触。交戦開始。
了解。
Oh no, the terrible music's playing. This music's so awful. It's like a SoundCloud cover band. It's like what you'd expect to hear when someone like comes into your Twitter and tells you to listen to their mixtape. Fighting for our lives! Ah, I didn't block in time. Too busy laughing at the music. Wow. I think that's like the worst track in the game. Sounds like a bad mixtape. It's so awful. I don't think vocal tracks in games like this are never a good idea anyway, because you're going to be hearing it hundreds of times, but you could have gotten a better band to do it at least. Feels like vocals in video games really only work when it's like the main theme or something and you don't hear it countless times. But when you hear it every single time you fight that monster, even if it was a good song, you get really tired of it. But the fact that it's a bad song just amplifies the issue. Good example is Devil May Cry 3. I can like still recite Taste the Blood like 15 years later because I probably heard that song for like 200 hours. Endlessly looping Yeah, Metal Gear Rising is one of the few exceptions. But that game also had a much larger collection of vocal tracks than most others. A lot of other games like DMC3, they have like 3 that you hear endlessly. And even if they're good tracks, it's just grating to hear it constantly.
楽勝だったな。
おかえりなさい。部隊の先行を確認。十分に警戒してくださいね。手順の通りに。ハウンド1、ファースト、残りわずかです。
Kind of glad I waited until I had maxed out gear to finish this. Then I just need to do the certification.
そうだな。手入れしておくか。
配置完了。各員作戦行動を開始。必ず帰ってきてくださいね。手順の通りに。
さあとっとと行こうぜ。 ンキュー。
想定外の大型種出現。撮影エリアに侵入します。仕方ないですね。成立しました。よっしゃ。ラウンド1ファースト残りわずかです。荒波火星化反応確認。ラウンド1周囲を警戒してください。気をつけろ。
Wow, he just got totally bursted down. As soon as one of his parts broke, he was done. He didn't even get to power up.
部隊の先行を確認。十分に警戒してくださいね。
お前ら油断すんなよ。
頑張るね。現地での長期戦を避けたいですね。
Get bodied! Holy shit! That was like an optimal Tokiden fight. That's how optimal fights go in Tokiden. Is you basically just you break one part and then you just do so much damage that the other parts get broken and the monster can't move. It's a lot harder to do that in this game though because there's no destroyer like in Tokiden where you can just instantly guaranteed break apart.
特別に私の言うこれまで以上に難しい作戦になりそうです。気を抜かず頑張りましょう。行きましょう。ラウンド1ファースト解除まもなくです。クレオ君登録最初に荒波と接触。交戦開始。
了解。
行動の緩慢に
See if I can get it this time. No, I don't know the timing on that yet. I think Dromi's like the worst monster I'm good at fighting. The worst monster I don't know how to talk right now, it's too late. It's my worst monster in terms of fighting it. Because I can't block the Devour attack. Yeah, I'd be doing even more damage if I had elemental weapons, but I just can't be bothered to grind them out, so that's why I'm going for the Pulse Blade sets. I don't have to bother with that stuff. They go down pretty fast, it's pretty much just about breaking apart. I already have one in Short Blade, so I can make one in here. I would have to upgrade it though. I'm just gonna go for these. Well, Dromi is like a Cerberus type of monster, so I think all three heads can actually be broken. And he also has a pretty large hurt box too, so as long as you have the damage, you can just burst him down. I need to get better at dodging that attack though, the Devour attack. Well, that's partially why he went down so quickly, is because when they get bursted, they have like a very open weak point. That's to kind of counteract the effect that they get much more dangerous and larger attacks. So if you're lucky, you can break apart, and then you can just keep hitting the core and do way more damage than you could if they were not bursted. This is really fun to play after fighting with that stupid Final Fantasy 15 game for hours. Kinda wanted to give that game an honest chance, but I just couldn't handle fighting with tech issues. Computer should have no problems running it. Oh man, there was a freaking wall in the way. Get away. I might fight with it again, but the fact that it was taking up like 100 gigs on my almost full SSD and not working kind of didn't give me a whole lot of motivation to keep going, and it was only 20 bucks. If I had paid like full price for it, I would have been more inclined to keep trying, but I mean, when it's the price of a large pizza at a good pizza joint, I don't really feel like I need to put that much effort into it. I'll probably go on an uninstalling spree, just clear off all the stuff that I don't want to play anymore. And won't feature on the channel anymore. Maybe I'll try again, but it was really starting to piss me off, especially with how many cutscenes we had to sit through before you could actually get into the game world and see if it's running well. I don't mind tech issues when they make sense, but there's like no reason why my computer should not be able to run it. And apparently people with computers like twice as powerful as mine can't run it either. I tried the downgrade trick and that didn't work. Alright, I'm gonna finish this group of missions and then I'll finish the rest tomorrow. Starting to get tired. Then it's pretty much just gonna be grinding the upgraded origami missions to get the rank 7, and then I'll have the platinum trophy or whatever it's called on Steam. It's called a perfect game on Steam. Luckily they don't add more trophies when they update the game, so it won't, like, progress won't be erased. Run all the way away. Thanks. How thoughtful. It's two Habakiris. The other one's the fallen Habakiri. Actually, I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop there. I'm starting to get really tired. But yeah, all I have left is the hidden trophy is there's one mission at the end of this that I guess is like the final base game content. Because there's no achievements for any of the stuff they've added in patches. The mission you get for clearing all of them, which I'm pretty close to doing, and then the gun, weapon, and shield is going to take a while. I might be able to finish it tomorrow. But I'm going to take a break. That was fun, mostly. The parts where I was actually playing the game were fun. The parts where I was just watching cutscenes was not fun, but I really do enjoy this game. I'm kind of glad I put it in my backlog. I think if I had cleared it like right when I bought it, which was several months after it came out, I don't think I would have come back because there's just so much shit coming out last year. I just had no time to breathe as a content creator. There's like 2 games out I wanted to play like every single month last year, and now things are calming down. I mean, February is going to be Orochi. I'm already on the list to get a key for that early, but I already covered all that game. I already did all the guides and the overviews and stuff, so I'll just be playing it casually. But I also think the infinite mode has a metric ass ton of problems they need to fix before I'll play it much more. They need to add more enemies, more officers, and they need to let you re-roll the really long objectives that it has, and then it would flow so much faster. But there's some that just take forever, and it really kills your drive to play. I hope that the January patch will fix that. I know it's going to remove the timer. I hope they take a serious look at some of those infinite mode objectives and just either remove them or make them more fun. Even just making them take less time would go a really long way. I like playing the mode, but sometimes you just get the ones that take like 15 to 20 minutes, like consecutively, and it really burns you out. Which, for something called infinite mode, should not be happening so quickly. But after, I'm going to be playing. Be working on this next. Is I just didn't have time to play this. There was just too much coming out. Now they fixed all the crashes and stuff, so I have no excuse. I don't know if I'm going to play on here or the Switch version. There's really no difference between them besides just cheat engine. And this game runs at 144 FPS on my rig, which is pretty awesome, but it's not really that noticeable in 3D games. It's mostly 2D games where the frame rate above 60 is very noticeable. Unless it's like an FPS or something. I know with FPSs they want like frame rates above 60 to be competitive, but for like other genres, it doesn't make much difference. I know that my kitty sitting job is going to be coming to an end soon. My neighbor's going to be back home. I think by the end of this month. I will still be doing things for their family, but I won't have to be there every single day. So it's likely I'll probably be playing the PC version. I did get this as well. It was like $3. Actually, no, I know the combat designer on this game. He's an old friend of mine. But I don't know if I'll stick with this. I only paid $3 for it. It's kind of like Final Fantasy 15. You know, if I don't like it or I can't get it to run, I don't really care. I just uninstall it, and move on. East 8 as well. This runs pretty well. It definitely runs better than the PS4 version for me. I guess after all the patches and I guess just having a decent rig. So yeah, I'm gonna try to probably Vesperia first because I want to see the new content. East 8 I got very close to finishing on PS4 and then I just kind of stopped. I don't really think there's that much else in here that's backlogged. A lot of these games I'm either waiting for updates or I already beat them or it's like I just don't really feel like playing them much anymore. This is getting a close combat update soon. This game is like a budget Gundam Breaker, but the melee combat is really bad. You have like one string that you just repeat over and over, and the game is mostly right now it's just like just getting ammo and just spamming projectiles, which has never really been my playstyle in anything. Was originally supposed to come out this month, but they said that they're going to push it back to February. So once this happens, I'll be trying this game out more. I only played it for like what, only half an hour. The melee combat just really turned me off, but they're pretty receptive to feedback. They know that it sucks really bad right now. That's like the main thing they want to improve. It's definitely a game that's benefited from early access, and it doesn't seem like the kind of game where they'll abandon it. They actually have a pretty decent publisher. It's Sekai Project. Those are the guys that do all like they localize all the visual novels and stuff. They're a pretty good publisher from what I hear, so I'm pretty sure they'll make them actually finish it. So I really don't think the game is in a it's not in a good state right now. I mean, if you have melee combat, and the only thing that's really viable or fun is spamming projectiles, that's something that needs to be worked on. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of my backlog. A lot of this other stuff in here I finished. So Vesperia next, and then I'll probably check out Darksiders, see if I want to finish that. And then probably East 8. I'd be skipping the cutscenes in both because I've beaten this game like countless times on 360, and story jumps off a cliff towards the end. So pretty much just gonna bum rush towards the end of the first playthrough and then grind out the grade, and then yeah, check out the rest. I will be back probably before lunch tomorrow. Like I said, check out the DMC5 run. That's going to be tomorrow afternoon my time around 4:30. Hang out with my neighbor a bit, go to the grocery store. That's the only like adult responsibilities I have tomorrow. So yeah, I'm going to try to finish up God Eater 3 and then move on to the next challenge. See you guys later.